Always attack with
Attack with a
spore.
spore.
So, it's been a long time since we were here. Where have you all been, citizens?
Been
Serving the complex.
serving the
My
complex.
daily duties
We're
for the
now
complex.
traitorous, communist, evil people, computer.
A likely story. You've been absent from the complex for nearly a year.
It was a hard life. I found the
As
main nest.
punishment, you now, without conferring, will introduce yourselves in alphabetical order, or you will be zapped.
I am Biggles. Literally Bigglesworth.
BIGGLESW-R-OTH.
Yes, the W is silent.
Ah.
If
So you're-
it's silent, it needs to be stated in the name, citizen.
Wait, what would you say? Oh, my assignment. I
Anyway,
am
so
from-
far, you seem to be successful, but I don't think anybody else has actually gone yet.
Yeah, I thought I
I'm
was.
TOYS-R-USS 1.
Whoa! Whoa!
Wait, what?
You
You
get zapped, sir. You get
Yep.
zapped.
Yeah.
Crap.
Rip.
I've lost my slipper.
If the rest of you can continue in alphabetical order.
I'm N. So who's
No, without conferring, sir. You've now said you've gone. You didn't introduce yourself properly. You will introduce yourself properly and then be zapped.
Oh, right, okay. I am NATU-R-ALL. I'm dead.
Continue. Somebody introduce themselves now, or you both get zapped.
Trying not to make chewing noises on the microphone, sorry.
That's alright. We do appreciate it.
Oh.
But if you're introducing yourself, you should do so now.
Yes, I am a Recoup R81.
Ooh.
Oh.
I don't know why you're hesitating, Dylan. You're last. It's your turn.
Dylan?
Cool, right?
It's muted. Right. I'm SHIV-R. I'm SHIV-R-LAL.
Ah, yes, we had an R, an S, and a T, so you were always a bit doomed there. But very well, and we are back to playing Paranoia 25th Anniversary Edition Stuff and Things.
Woo!
It has been
Hey.
at least a year since the last adventure. And we are playing with brand new characters who have just introduced themselves in a very poor manner in alphabetical order.
Except for me, I was great.
Yeah, you were great. No, I can see
You're
this.
straight in there.
Have a cookie.
Woo! I'm adding that to my items.
He's now added a cookie to his items.
No comment. No comment.
No
No
comments.
comment.
Can I comment?
You could comment if you wanted. Do you
I
wish to comment?
You can comment.
My comment is comment.
Your comment is comment is comment.
Yes.
Okay, I see.
Mm.
I think
Feel
he's
like-
trying to cause an error in Friend Computer, which is, of course, A, impossible, and B, treasonous.
I think he's trying to accuse me of treason for no good reason. That treason is in itself.
Right. Well, just before we get started, please note that you will need to take some notes.
Please note.
You may not ask which notes you need to take notes of. You may not ask which information is pertinent. But note, there will be a test at the end of debriefing. You must answer accurately. You must answer quickly. And you must not answer incorrectly.
I don't know if I'm going to make it to debriefing anyway.
If you don't make the debriefing, you don't get away scot-free. I need this for a future session. So even if you are dead, you will still answer the debriefing.
Hold on, where's my pen?
But again, I'm not telling you which information is pertinent and which information I actually will be asking about. Just, the only clue I will give is that it's the Friend Computer efficiency drive time of the year again.
Oh, woo! I love
is
efficiency.
everything.
I love efficiency.
Failure to be efficient is treason.
Mm.
That is the only clue you will get on information that is required for the debriefing questions. Some of which you'll be able to answer, but of course, answering wrong will be treasonous. So, You are in Troubleshooter Headquarters, DMM Sector, the waiting room. The 5 of you have each been called in. You have been troubleshooters for maybe a day, and red clearance citizens for maybe a day and 10 minutes.
Whoa,
You were
I love
introduced
this.
to your new, shiny, red rooms, and your 5 bugmates.
Are we all in the same bugs?
No, you're in your home sectors, and I don't think
Oh.
any of you are duplicate sectors at this point. RTF, no. No, you're all in different sectors. So you're all introduced to different bugmates who all give you various odd looks and begrudging annoyance at the fact that you have been made troubleshooters in the fast track to promotion. Which it is. Fastest way to get promoted in our complex is via troubleshooters. The second half of this conversation cannot be stated because, of course, it's been classified at your clearance level.
Wait, conversation we had.
No, you've been told. This is what you know about troubleshooters. There's another half to that conversation. You're just not allowed to know what it is.
Okay.
Oh,
It's been
okay.
determined to treason. But the fastest way to get promoted through our complex is as a troubleshooter. Why some troubleshooters only spend minutes at their clearance level.
Interesting.
It's very, very true. Anyway, you 5 of you are in a waiting room. There are a number of red benches. There are a number of posters on the walls of brave troubleshooters coming past. An advertisement for the show Shooters, which is the reality TV show that follows various troubleshooter teams around. And a poster of Tila O'Malley on the other wall.
I love Tina O'Malley.
Doesn't everyone?
Taylor O'Malley, yeah, I guess.
I prefer shooters, to be honest.
The camera's now looking very oddly at Shiv and Toys-R.
And so am I.
I have two.
Giving them the stink eye.
Give them 2 stink eyes.
You've now been in the waiting room for about half an hour. You were called in on absolute urgent tip-top things and shoved into autocars and just driven here. Since then, you've been left alone. Nobody's walked through, been no announcements, only the cameras and the waiting room.
Is there any waiting room elevator music?
No.
Oh,
I'm going to start humming a B3 song. I'm getting nervous.
Good old B3 jingles.
Let's hear your B3 jingle. Let's hear your B3 jingle. This is the only reason I gave you perversity points, by the way.
Give me just a moment. I need to refresh myself.
I was staring intently at him.
Yes.
he's doing his vocal warm-ups.
Any description on what your vocal warm-ups look like?
Why can't I find the
He seems to be urgently trying to look things up on his PDC at this point.
This goes. It's just a low muttered. I love B3. Oh, I love B3. So,
You seem a bit quiet at the moment, Snoopy, just FYI.
yeah, because I'm trying to be
Trying to be quiet.
Did that on purpose.
Leaning
Yeah.
closer to hear the song.
I mutter. I mutter something in my breath. I'm only a little stressed.
Attention. Will the following troubleshooters please report with immediate assignment in the BHA sector? BIGGLESW-R, Recoup-R, NATU-R, SHIV-R, and TOYS-R.
I immediately stand up.
And I run to the BHA sector.
You. Okay, you've run out the door.
I'm gonna actually organise and get us
The
together.
tower announcement hasn't stopped, by the way.
Oops.
That's why I only stood up instead of running out.
But if you two have run off, then I wish you to leave the Skype call for the moment. I'll announce when you can come back in.
I didn't leave the room, I just stood up.
Zelly automatically ends a burst point when he comes back, but he's immediately jumped out. Dylan hasn't.
Yeah, I'm still here. Wait, what? I said I was going to stand up and give the, organise this before we go out.
I kept sitting.
I didn't actually leave the room.
Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, fine. I'll be reasonable for the moment. Then we'll have to struggle and get Zelly back in the call. Anyway, I now lost my place in the thing there. For immediate assignment to the Ready Like Fun Bar's production office 33A within the BHA industrial sector. Due to the nature of the mission, additional mandatory bonus duties have been authorized by the computer for use during this mission. Details of this mission are to be considered security level classified, and only to be discussed with those of appropriate clearance. Questions regarding the mission will be... Message ends.
Ready, like.
Jelly can get back into the call now.
I guess what's the term?
Come back in. Mars attacks.
Indeed.
Or possibly Gelfs.
Anyway, one of the citizens ran off. Immediately halfway through hearing that they had to get to the BHA sector. I'm now going to determine what he actually did from here.
Do any of us know the BHA sector?
Well,
Not
I haven't even
necessarily.
rolled to check whether he does. He just decided to run off. Anyway, you're back, sir.
Yes.
Right, you ran out of the door like a shot. Where are you going?
BHA sector.
Where is it?
Not a clue.
Let me roll to see how not of a clue you have. Yep, you're right, not a clue. There are giant paths, corridors, roads, buildings, offices everywhere around you, and this is just in the DMM sector. Where are you going?
Left.
Okay. You're still running?
Brisk jog.
Okay, you begin your brisk jog.
It's very brisk.
Very, very brisk. Meanwhile, the rest of you. You're in the briefing room. What are you up to then?
I'm walking outside and looking for an auto hack terminal.
I'm
you're
alright.
able
Stick
to
with
find a
the
auto
guys
hack
who's
terminal.
leading us
There's a
then.
bit of a queue. There's a few orange clearance citizens that are just waiting for auto hacks, but there's an auto
Oh.
terminal there if you wish to wait.
Yes, I'll wait peacefully behind the high clearance citizens.
I'll get behind him.
I'll get behind him as well.
I'll get behind the one at the very back.
Okay, so the four of you are now waiting in line behind the orange clearance citizens, who eventually file through. Yep, okay. Zelly,
Yes.
you're still running down the corridor. You're actually getting quite tired now because you've been doing brisk jogging now for quite some time. You're almost out of breath.
I'd like to downgrade to a very sensual speed walk.
Okay,
Sensual.
central speed walk. You notice that you're in an area of the complex you haven't been in before. This part of the DMM sector is fairly poorly maintained. A lot of the lights are flickering on and off, and there seem to be a lot more people lurking in the shadows and alleyways.
I whisper to myself, "Is this the ghetto?"
You continuing on?
Yes.
Okay. Oi, you, come here.
No.
He basically pulls part of his jumpsuit, and you notice a small knife.
What color was his jumpsuit?
Infrared.
Fuck him. Mom.
You're walking off, are you?
Yes.
Okay. You feel a sharp stabbing pain in your back. This is then compounded by at least 3 or 4 others also jumping on you and pinning you to the ground. One of them seems to be almost trying to eat you. He's biting onto your arm and not letting go. What do you wish to do?
I would like to take out, like, Are my arms free at all?
No, you've been pinned down to the ground, and one person's trying to eat one of your arms. So no.
I'm gonna eat his fucking neck. In.
Okay. Have a let's have a violence roll from you then.
18.
That's a complete
really
failure.
bad.
Yes.
Okay. You fall unconscious as something again stabs you, and then another thing whacks your head to the ground. You're unconscious. We'll get back to you later.
I'm sturdy, damn it.
Bing. The auto-hack terminal pings next, and now you are at the front of the queue, Merritt. Sorry, what's your character name?
Recupa.
Rikubar. You are at the front of the queue.
Hooray! I would like to summon an auto hack.
Please select your destination.
I would like to go to the BHA sector, the really fun bar production facility.
Very well. The auto-hack will be here in approximately 3 minutes. Would you like to pay now?
Yes,
Please swipe your ME card.
I do so.
Calculating the cost of the auto-hack. Estimated cost, 10 credits.
That's
Please-
fine.
Please put your tongue print there. Ding! Your account has been charged 10 credits. Have a good day, Cycle.
Thank you.
Lovely manner stuff, that machine.
Yes.
Well, I can't immediately go evil on you. I mean, they've
Yes.
done what you're supposed to do, as opposed to somebody.
That has never stopped you in the past, sir. We have
Of course not, but
not-
I'm trying to nip in the bud this whole culture of going off in random directions and caring where you're supposed to go. I mean, honestly, it annoyed me the first season. We're not doing it second season.
It's your fault, sir.
Of course it's my fault, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to stop it. So, getting back to the adventures of the lone Bigglesworth, you have been eaten by infrareds.
Wow.
Oh,
Would you like to register your new mutant power?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's roll up what your mutant power is.
Don't roll a 20, don't roll a 20.
Well, it's not the first 20 years to worry about, actually.
No, it's the second 20 he has to worry about, but either way, don't roll 20.
Okay, your mutant power is corrosion.
Sweet.
Yes, you have corrosive spittle,
Corrosive spittle?
pretty much.
Sweet.
I think it also affects your skin, if I remember the script. I'll look it up.
Sweat as well, I think.
Sweat and sweat and spittle. Corrosive sweat and spittle. Meanwhile, the group is waiting at the auto-hack terminal. An autocar pulls up, and a Domino's delivery man walks out of it. Sign it.
I sign it.
Can't print here.
I thumb it.
Okay, he writes you off a receipt for 20 credits,
Oh shit.
which has now been charged to your account.
Well, double shit.
Are you not happy at having to pay for services?
No, I'm happy. I take it.
He brings up the case, which he jumps at your feet and then drives off.
I-
The case is about 6 foot by 3.
This isn't treasonous, is it?
I wrap my knuckles on the case.
It's pretty suspicious.
It sounds a bit hollow.
Ah, well, we got
I'm
a
gonna
free,
step away from the case.
got a free case.
I look at the case of suspicion, but stay exactly the same.
Can
And
we
why?
open it?
There's a
Easily?
button on the side and there is a lid and it does appear to open.
Okay, we're gonna open it.
Okay. You see a clone wrapped in plastic. He's frozen in plastic, effectively.
Oh Jesus Christ! I
It
closed
looks like a clone that you saw also briefly before he ran off.
I'm gonna turn the case towards where we just came from. I'm gonna open the door towards where we just came from.
Okay, you're back in the offices.
I'm gonna walk back out towards the back.
After a minute, the plastic wrapping wears off, and you're free and can breathe. And you have memories of being eaten.
Oh my god. I have a new fetish.
I'm running away. I'm going back to the auto hack. I can't do it.
Oh!
I've now just got to check something there. Bear with.
I can't deal with this. I need an adult.
Okay. So you're now back outside the offices, and the auto hack pulls up.
Hooray!
I get it. I also
I'm
VHA
getting in.
sector.
VHA sector, that's me.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
get-
That's all of us, in fact.
Oh,
Call your own auto
hold on.
hacks.
Wait, what sector?
I only had one listed.
Yes, it's my auto hack.
Very well, sir. In you go.
In I get.
Okay, he drives off.
Bye.
I guess we're tracking it.
Follow that.
I'm not following the car.
You're going to run after the car traveling at fast speed.
Well, at least there's no spanners involved.
Did you say fast or brisk?
Fast.
Damn,
Damn it.
fast me.
Yep, it's too fast for you.
I only have 3 speeds: walk, sensual, and brisk.
So the four of you are now running down corridors and along roads, trying to keep up with an attack you can't see anymore.
Wait, what? I said I wasn't running.
I'm going to look for
I'm
some.
not insane.
I'm going to look for some direction signs.
Okay. You don't find any that lead out of the DMM sector. They're mostly pointing to things inside it.
Okay, let's find a computer.
You find an information terminal.
Okay, I want to call it up and I want to get a map.
Okay. It basically has a start button on the information terminal, but at the moment it's showing nothing.
I press the start button.
It then brings up another page which has a load of colours on it. In fact, the colours of Alpha Complex. It has a little instruction on the top in red. Press.
Press. I press red.
Okay. Hello, I am the Red Clearance Information Terminal. Which information would you be requesting today?
A map with a route to the DHA center.
No, it's the BHA. sector.
BHA center, sorry.
Please swipe your ME card.
I swipe my ME card.
I have calculated the fastest route and am now bringing up the information on the screen. Would you like a printout?
How many printouts is it?
3,417.
Would you be able to send the information to my
PDC.
EDC?
This has now been done. Your account has been charged 40 credits. Then the information terminal shuts itself down. You now notice that your PDC is flashing warning lights for memory usage.
Oh, we better get going fast before the memory runs out.
You can't open the file. That's
Ah,
too big.
I could have
You
read
also
it.
notice the name says DHA sector.
God damn it!
Well, I've got a map to the DHA center.
Center?
Sector. Oh god.
Hmm.
As long as it's a centre for sensuality, then I'm fairly sure that Bigglesworth is going to be fine.
Be fine?
Ah,
Yes.
you're having
Yeah.
a nice, relaxing time with everything, actually.
I'm loving it. Wait, him? Oh,
I mean,
him. Okay.
there's a bit of traffic around, actually, as you appear to be approaching the boundaries between the sectors. But other than that, yeah, it's been a relaxing journey. Nothing's gone wrong. You saw a couple of infrared citizens apparently running off with chunks of people's arms, but, you know, they're infrared, so it happens.
Only
They
fit for
might
reactor
be-
shielding.
Hmm?
They're only fit for reactor shielding anyway.
They might be on their way to reactor shielding. There might be bits of reactor shielding they're putting back in place. But it's beneath you anyway at this point. You're enjoying the life of red clearance citizenship. You can move around without using your legs.
Hooray.
So, back to the group.
Do one of us balls.
I'm looking for another auto cab station.
Well, you were near one a while ago, but you went off looking for an information terminal, and now... Let me check whether you're lost. You are a bit.
Only a bit.
Yeah, you know roughly where you are, in sort of vaguely over there territory.
I was over here, now I'm over there, essentially.
Pretty much, but you have no idea how to get back to over there.
God damn it.
God damn it.
There's got to be another auto-hack terminal around.
Yes.
Pretty common.
Okay, so you're going to go searching around for an auto-hack
Yes.
terminal, are you?
Well, that's what I'm doing, but I'm completely lost, apparently.
Well, you're in the same place, you just don't know how to get back to the DMM offices you were at to start with.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just going to look for an autocab station.
Okay. After about 10 or so minutes, you do find one.
Woohoo!
However, you're in a very run-down area of a sector, with most of the lights appear to be off. There's various people hanging out in darkened alleyways and giving the group odd looks.
I'm going to pull out a metal rod.
I'm no longer easy on my feet. PTSD
But
has set in.
You see an all-black auto-hack terminal.
You do it, I'll watch your back.
But you do, I'll watch your back. I put
I
my
have-
I put my plastic
I
sport
pull out-
protection.
I pull out a metal rod. This is far more effective, sir.
I go up to the autocab station.
There is a big black start button on there.
I press it, then quickly run away just to see what happens. Go back.
Nothing appeared to happen that time.
I watch an amusement.
It doesn't work.
Well, no, you don't know that. You ran away from it. It might have flicked something off. There might be motion detection on it. It might have noticed you running away and thought, bloody vandals, and report to the computer. Who knows?
I slowly make my way back up.
Maybe people watching you have reported to the computer for wasting the equipment and,
I
not
slowly
being
make my way
efficient.
back to the autocab and press the button again.
Auto hack.
Also hack
Yeah,
terminal.
hack, sorry.
What do you want?
I want to order auto hack
For 5!
for 5.
There's only 4 of you there. You're being wasteful. There's
No, we
the
need one.
efficiency drive on.
We need one for it. Our friend is carrying a very heavy metal bar.
That sounds like it'd waste fuel. Nah, we can't have your sort on there. No, denied.
Why did you not just...
Why did you try and threaten the auto hack driver?
I'm gonna go up to the terminal. I'm gonna press the button.
What do you want?
Can I please order an auto hack for 4 people? My friend is a bit brain hurt.
Friend? Bit of unusual comment, if you don't mind me saying so.
Yeah.
The only people I hear call other people friends are traitors.
Very nice people like myself, sir.
And I've certainly never heard anybody say that before. Clearly you're up to something.
You've
No
heard.
service. Denied.
What an asshole.
I guess it's still. I guess it's Dylan's. What's your name again, Dylan?
Shiv-R.
I guess it's Shiv-R's turn then. I look at Shiv and just push into the button whilst I wield on my plastic spork.
Wait, what? What are you trying to do to me?
Hinting to you to press the button to you order it because he seems to like you.
Judy seems to like me. You get no indication of that.
I'm sure he likes you.
Sure, I'm in this situation if you want so terrible at handling auto hack calls.
Sorry, but I'm new to this red clearance thing.
Alright, I also press the button.
Yeah,
So bear with, I've got to just got to do a couple of tracking things. No, nothing major. I'm just tracking some trees and points. Because trust me, this conversation in total has been a goldmine for them. Okay. Right. So Shiv-R has pushed a button. How can I help you?
I would like an auto hack for 4 people, please, to head to the BHA sector fun
Anywhere
bar production facilities.
Very well. When do you need it for?
As soon as possible.
Very well. Please swipe your ME card.
Swap ME card.
Your account has been charged. Auto hack will be here in approximately. It shuts off.
Hmm.
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 You get a PDC notification that your account has been charged 50 credits.
So, who thinks it's going to be here soon?
Dylan, you receive a notification that your auto hack that your account has been charged 50 credits. Dylan, you receive another notification that your account has been charged 50 credits.
I pulled my ME card out, right?
Yes, your account has been charged another 50 credits.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Your account has been charged yet another 50 credits.
Can I send out this to INSEC and say that clearly some commie has been messing with the payment system? And is hacking into my account?
Your account has been charged 100 credits.
You can report this, I believe.
So you calling internal security?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. PMM sector internal. The call gets cut out as you receive a message saying your account has been charged 100 credits.
Well, let's go find a
And
more
also
legit...
hack a rusted, beaten up wreck of a vehicle, which is partially on fire, pulls up.
Is this for
There's
the
been a
BHA
There's
sector?
been a big explosion of black smoke out of the back of it as a red clearance citizen leans over. You're here for a car, I believe?
Yes, I'm getting any.
fire.
What?
It's on
Oh,
fire.
that's that again. Don't worry. Don't let that bother you. And if you're sitting on the far left, could you lean to the right quite heavily? It helps the balance.
Is
Getting in the
this...
car
Can
and
I put some bouncy roll beverage
I
on,
asked.
on the fire?
I ask, is this auto hack headed to the BHA sector?
If that's where you want to go, then
I'm getting in the auto hack
maybe.
and sitting far right.
I already claimed that.
I'm sitting next to him.
Okay.
I'm sure there's 2 far right seats, and I'd like to take the other one.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Sorry.
apparently 3 because all of you have bunched up then together in that small section, leaving Dylan with leaving SHIV-R rather with the entirety of the remainder of the seat. But first, he pours some B3 onto the fire. The fire now glows red.
I get in the car.
Okay, you're in the car. You notice that you don't so much have a seat as more a hole in the floor, which you've got to hover over.
Who's that? Where?
That was SHIV-R, who's now basically his seat isn't really a seat; it's a hole in the floor.
He's got a Spider-Man it.
Right,
I'm gonna grab hold of people.
off we go. And very gently. There's a huge explosion out of the back, which is about all the momentum the thing appears to have as it slowly drifts forward.
This might take a while.
A second explosion causes it to speed up massively. And it's now at cruising speed. Oh darn, there go the brakes again.
Again?
I'm sorry?
Again?
Again?
Oh, shouldn't worry about that. The efficiency drive, you know. Can't get things repaired when they'll do. That's why I don't have a back seat there.
I see.
I see.
And why I haven't put out the fire. Can't waste water. Oh, it appears to have been spreading into the back of the car. Hope you don't mind.
No, it's fine.
No, it's
Can't
fine.
waste lake fluids either, unfortunately. I mean, efficiency, you know. And it works well enough. Eventually I'll stop. You notice the car narrowly dodged 2 others, go through a green light, and just keep going.
Oh, B3. B3 is good for me!
I started
love
to
that
think,
song! There's a bit of a problem here.
a bit?
You notice there's a traffic jam in front of you,
Oh,
Oh.
and you're travelling towards it at stupidly fast speed. Oh well, this is it, I guess.
put the
Don't-
brakes on!
No reply to that?
Maybe.
Interrupted with banana cake,
God damn it, banana cake.
which you can't have until your yellow clearance.
Oh.
Oh.
Privileges.
Okay. First off, somebody has attempted something. Are you absolutely sure that's what you want to do? Then
Mhm.
yes or no. Oh, you didn't have to go, but okay. I would a simple yes or no, and the text would have been fine. Okay. SHIV-R jumps out of the car.
How far above ground are we?
He does, however, grab the car door on the way out, which is on fire, and pulls it off.
Oh, hang on a second.
We'll resolve what happens to him later, but he's seen moving incredibly quickly.
Excuse me,
Meanwhile, the car is hurtling towards the traffic jam, and you've got maybe an action before there's going to be some form of impact.
Okay, how far above ground are we?
You're on a road.
Excuse me, driver. I noticed you haven't touched the brake at all. Would you mind pushing down on the brake pedal for me?
I'm gonna pull the handbrake.
He gestures the pedals where he doesn't have one.
I see your problem.
That's your action, by the way.
Can I pull the handbrake?
Again.
Oh, I thought he said the brake pedal.
Well, yeah, that isn't there. The handbrake just pulls off. It's not
Oh.
attached to anything.
I'm gonna stare at it.
Okay, Bird.
I'm using Snoopy as like a physical airbag.
God
Flash.
damn, man. Are we getting into this already?
Okay.
I take a picture.
The vehicle smashes into the back of the auto hack that Recoup R got into a little while ago. Everybody flies forward through the glass which isn't there, through the glass that is there, and now lands in the back of his auto hack.
Oh!
Ow!
Hi!
Hi.
Told you I knew where I was going.
Meanwhile, SHIV-R, you are now surfing down the road on a fire door at quite fast speed and with no realistic way of stopping.
With fire
It's
behind
even
you.
worse for you for reasons you're aware of. You have 6 actions. SHIV-R?
I heard dogs in his background.
Oh, that's fine. Well, he has 6 actions when he comes back before he hits something. In the meantime,
Fireworks
you...
sent the dogs crazy.
Ah. Right. So basically, to clarify,
Ah!
Never mind.
Ah!
darn pet bots. I didn't even know you'd bought one.
Got it with a coupon.
Yeah, quite probably. Well, anyway, while SHIV-R is worrying about pet bots, the rest of you are reunited.
Huzzah!
You're in immense pain.
Ow!
Ow!
Ah!
And there is
I'm
no
gonna-
sign whatsoever of the driver.
I'm going to croak out about B3 songs.
Which sounds like?
Ah, B3. It's good. My spleen. Poor me.
I have a thirsty point, sir. It wasn't all that impressive, but I like the effort you put in.
I have the sudden urge of having a drink of B3.
Yeah, see, it worked. Controversy points again.
Oh, no, man.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I will get to him in a moment, but unless he's very, very clever, even with 6 actions, he's probably going to die.
Yeah.
So, yes, you're outside of the BHA sector. You can see a large checkpoint, about 50 or 60 vehicles in front, and the traffic just not moving.
As in, like, complete traffic jam level?
Yeah, complete traffic jam. It's not moving. And given the fact you've caught up to somebody who left you an hour ago, it hasn't moved in some time.
Okay, I return. How much doom have this lot got themselves into?
Oh, you hadn't heard? They
No.
crashed into the back of your auto hack.
We're now all sitting on top of you.
Pretty much. Their vehicle, an ill decision of their part, in all honesty, crashed into the back of your vehicle. They're now in your car, except for a certain Mr. SHIV-R, who managed to leap out of the vehicle as it was about to crash, and is now surfing down the road on a door which is on fire. Red fire, actually, as it happens.
I heard the whole thing about the red fire and I heard him dive out, but then I said I'll be right back. I
Oh,
was going to grab something.
But in any case, you've now been reunited. The traffic jam has not moved in about 40 minutes, from your perspective. I mean, this is the most interesting thing that's happened in 40 minutes, where all your comrades have just crashed through the back windshield.
Fair
I
enough.
tried to, like, get myself off of people and just get out the auto hack.
Okay, you're out of the auto hack.
How far would you say it is to the sector?
50 or 60
Exactly.
vehicles.
50 or 60 vehicles, it's not that far at all, really.
I think
But
Bristol.
the giant doors, which sort of mark the sector boundaries, are closed. There's the small work door, which is effectively a small little tunnel, but the barriers are down, and actually, there doesn't appear to be anybody at the checkpoint.
Let us know how walking goes.
Meanwhile, I'm
took-
going to lean over to the driver of my auto hack.
Oh, you haven't heard either.
Oh.
He didn't apparently notice the crash behind him, actually. He's just bored and on his PDC and just...
You said there was no driver.
The driver of Marishin's auto hack.
Oh, you mean our driver's not? What,
Your driver's disappeared completely.
Okay, now I'm on track.
Indeed.
Okay.
So, the driver of my auto hack.
Has not paid too much attention to all the crashing around him. He's playing something on his PDC.
I think I'm back.
Mhm.
Okay. Meanwhile, all right. That's
I'm just going to ask him how much to go up and over.
Oh, we got to do villain now.
I don't have the authority to go up and over. Sorry,
Is he?
but at least you pay for it in advance. Otherwise, I'd have the meter on and I'd be charging you a fortune. He grumbles slightly at that and then goes back to his PDC. Meanwhile, Dylan, you are surfing down the road at extremely high speed on a car door which is on fire, red fire, and you have 6 actions before you're about to hit something critical. 6
that
actions.
That metal rod I have.
Sorry?
That metal rod I have.
Sorry, I didn't
Can
hear
I?
you.
His metal rod.
Yeah,
Oh,
you do have your metal rod. You have all your equipment still.
Hang on a second. I'm gonna check my audio settings then.
no, they're fine. You were just pronouncing it weird.
Yeah, you were just pronouncing it really, don't worry.
Oh,
But,
okay.
yeah, you
Right.
have 6 actions before you
Right.
hit
Can
something.
I
deadly.
like show my metal rod along the ground and try and use it to like slow it down like as a brake almost?
Okay. Can I have a violence check from you?
Sure. Would this be just standard violence?
Yeah, standard violence, because I don't think anything slightly relevant. Unless you got
I'm dead.
You're
It's a
dead?
20.
your iron rod pings off and whacks you in the head. Let me roll damage for you.
It doesn't even matter.
Actually, I roll fairly poorly, so you're just stunned from that. But your iron rod now spins slowly into the background. You have 5 more actions.
Fortunately, I think the plastic spork is going to have the same effect. Alright, spend an action. What else is around me? I swear it's around me. What else is around me?
Various vehicles which you're about to collide into in about, maybe half a second. But 5 actions remaining.
Uh,
4 actions now. You've delayed a little bit. Even
I know. I'm out of really pieces of equipment, and I doubt leaping to stuff is really going to get me out of this. I mean, I guess I could jump off the door, but then I'd probably just go forward a bit longer than crash to the ground and like die anyway. But I guess I'm definitely if I stay on the door, so I'll just give an attempt to just leap in off
Okay, you leap.
at super high speed and me and myself.
Yes, you do. You do leap. Unfortunately, you are leaping in super slow motion because of the effect. So, 3 actions remaining. You are currently leaping in midair at this point. Haven't really got all that far, and you realise exactly how far sideways you moved in the time it's taking you to go that little bit.
Anything to grab hold of around here? Is it
Plenty.
all-
Unfortunately, you're going too fast.
Even in slow mo.
Well, it's not the problem with that, really. You're still travelling that fast. That's, you've slowed
I know.
down time, but it's not really helped your situation out when your body starts to do it.
Hmm.
You need a massive change of momentum, which isn't going to be lethal.
God, that's the worst idea.
Go for it.
No. Oh God.
You
Should
will
I?
tell me the idea, or I will kill you on the spot. Go on.
Okay, I'll type it to you.
Oh, I muted myself.
I love it. I love it so much. I'm going to let you try it.
Oh god, what is it?
Okay.
Flap
Roll
his
thrown
arms.
weapons, which is violence if you don't have the skill, which I don't.
Yeah, I
think
know.
you do.
12. We would have had to add specialization in it.
Nah, 12 is a failure.
Ah,
You blow yourself up on your grenade, though, and then all the fragments collide with the remainder of the traffic jam, blowing up a couple of vehicles next to what's going on. This will happen in the same 0.6 seconds that he left the car and you crashed.
Oh, did anyone hear that? Oh, look, the traffic jam's
No,
clear.
at this point, you'd already crashed into your own vehicle. You hadn't noticed.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I mean, as I say, his ability was effectively adrenaline controlled to slow down time, and that was him slow motion jumping out and unfortunately still travelling that fast. What he did was he chucked a grenade in front of him to try and detonate it to
Rocket
change his
jump.
momentum, which I would have allowed him to have.
You
he failed
can
the-
rocket jump.
He failed the throw grenade, so
Yes.
would you like to register your new mutant power, sir?
No, because I'm not a mutant.
Quite so, quite so. May I also point out, Dylan, you gained 3 perversity points for the idea because I loved it that much.
It's just what I do in this game, pretty much.
It's pretty much what he does, in all fairness.
I should have spent perversity on that grenade task. God damn it.
You could have spent perversity on the grenade toss and it would have worked. You only needed to spend 4.
I know. I forgot. I always forget perversity is a thing I can use.
Yeah, it's very definitely a thing. You earn it very well, and you have to spend it, really. Anyway,
I always end up with tons of it left over.
Hi,
so...
James.
Oh, hi,
So,
James.
hi, James.
Hiya.
So, I'll reintroduce you to the plot once we return. So, somebody left the car.
Hiya.
Third.
Are you
Yeah.
Are you going to walk down towards the checkpoint, or are you going to wait in the car, or what?
I'm going to take a brisk walk to the checkpoints.
Oh, we're back to brisk walking, are we?
We have to indicate our level of speed, God damn it.
This is true enough. Is anybody else going to follow him?
Nope.
Sure.
Arrange
It's
for
the
splitting
sensual
party.
walking's over.
Speed walking, Mario.
So, TOYS-R and NATU-R. You begin walking down the rather congested rows of auto hacks, trucks, a couple of large bot constructions, an experimental R&D vehicle of some kind, a tank full of explosives. That's all it says on there.
I DC'd for a sec.
Oh, sorry for that.
I have no idea what just happened.
The one exploded.
Unless you wish to pay to get another one.
I'm already so in debt. I use my
On the plus side, you won't receive any more messages about that. They're all linked to Clone 1. But yes, well done for being so in debt. I had to speed it up though. I should have made more use of that, and if you'd have survived it longer, I would have done. But
You knew he wouldn't.
it's a fairly safe bet.
It is.
Okay, you arrive at the checkpoint thing where an angry auto hack driver is beeping and trying to get somebody to come out. There is a small. The actual tunnel area for vehicles and such is closed and sealed. There is also a barrier, which is kind of redundant because, as I say, the entire tunnel area is actually sealed. It's not been opened or whatever. There is a small maintenance shaft which leads down, which may end up going into the sector somewhere. Or you can try and mess around with the many buttons on the checkpoint control. But of course, most of them are yellow and above.
Are there any reds?
No.
But
there are many buttons, including a big blue one.
Damn it.
It looks so shiny.
There's only 50 or 60 cars that are lucky.
There's now more that have turned up since, in fairness. And also, you notice on the monitor that apparently there are traffic jam alerts on quite a lot of the checkpoints into the sector.
Meanwhile, I'm going to get out the autohack and take a leisurely stroll over to the checkpoint.
Fair enough. So who's left there by themselves?
Me.
Okay. Well, I'm feeling hungry. I feel like a snack. The driver turns around to you with a look. How much do you weigh?
It's classified.
He pulls up his jumpsuit, which is yellow. And then he pulls it up. How much do you weigh, citizen?
183 pounds.
He just examines you up and down a bit. Do you think you could fit in an oven, just if you had to?
What sort of oven?
Well, I have a large kiln.
You know what? I think if I squeezed, maybe I'll get in there.
Well...
Hypothetically, of course. Right?
He hypothetically gets opens his tray and pulls out a couple of large butcher's knives, which he then begins sharpening. Hypothetically, of course.
Ooh, those are nice. Is he sharpening it?
Yes.
Do you cook?
I am a master of the craft. Though, in all fairness, I like my meat raw.
Ew, I get out the car.
Okay, you're out of the car.
I walk over to them. I can't handle someone who eats meat raw.
What a barbarian.
Exactly.
I bet he comes from Sector CCA.
You notice a couple of cameras have whirled around to you at this point.
I laugh.
Well, I'm walking over to them.
Oh, I meant NATU-R-ALL. But anyway, you're at the checkpoint.
Okie dokie.
So you found a small maintenance hatch which leads down, but there might be a way to open it, but of course you'd have to gamble on the high clearance buttons, including the shiny blue one. It wants you to press it. It wants you.
Did that checkpoint just talk?
No, of course not. Why would a checkpoint talk? Press the shiny button.
I look around nervously. Well, looks like we're never getting in.
No.
Oh well, it was nice knowing you all.
There's still the maintenance hatchway, and it's not. It's still red.
Wait,
Can I knock on the maintenance hatch?
wait, what colour's that hatch?
Red.
Yeah, I want to knock on it.
It probably leads down based on its location in the floor, but it might lead in.
I have habitat engineering. I'm good with those things.
Ooh, habitat engineering roll.
Wait, okay. 13. Sad face.
No, you have no idea where it might lead. It might lead to the right place though, but you don't know for sure.
I don't think I've ever witnessed a successful roll once. Oh wait, no, I have a natural one.
At this point, a red cloud emerges, and the entire checkpoint is covered in smoke. There's a lot of bibbing and some crashing going on in the background as well as this seems to engulf the entire area.
At this
Then
point,
a siren emerges. Alert! 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 You now hear the sound of weapons fire going off in random directions.
I get down and put my gas mask on.
I press the blue button.
Oh no. I look in horror at what he's doing.
I'm inside the red smoke, right?
Hold on, I've got to determine whether anybody noticed. I mean, to be fair, he did announce and did it. So I'm just
Yes.
going to have to check formally.
Okay, so can I try and...
Yep, you all noticed him push the blue button.
Oh.
The,
We're in a
si-
cloud.
the
We're in a
sirens-
cloud of
Interesting,
red
the
smoke.
Sirens and all of the guns immediately fall silent. You now notice as the smoke begins to dissipate, that all the guns were firing outwards towards the row of cars, and what you see is basically lots and lots and lots of destruction.
Oh
And
my.
also a yellow clearance citizen who is apparently going, yeah, and eating. And some infrareds who have now just jumping on and going, meat, meat,
I think we should...
meat.
I think we really should consider getting out of here.
You now notice that all of the, basically around the entire checkpoint office, the guns have retreated back into the walls. They're all smoking. Well, they all were smoking anyway, now retreated back in.
So has nothing happened to the checkpoint?
No. You would guess that maybe the blue button had something to do with all the security that just fired out and killed a load of citizens. Note, all the cameras are aware of who is in that area now and who might have pressed it and possibly what the button does.
I think we should go down...
If they notice you're there, I mean, you know, the smoke is still around enough.
We should probably go down there.
Somebody should probably not be hanging around, and somebody should have already mentioned they've left.
To the vent!
Yep.
Have a mercy point for saying to the vent. You immediately flip open the hatch and stare, and the ladder leads down. It's very thin, very dark, no illumination. You going down?
What? Sorry, I had
Sure.
a person run in and shout at me.
Are you going down the dark, dank, thin ladder?
Yep,
It's
sweet. That
Okay.
sounds like a normal weekend to me.
Okay. He heads down. Does everyone else follow?
Yeah, sure.
Does my,
I'm already gone.
You're
Does
already gone.
does my PDC have a light?
Very dim one. Not enough to illuminate anything down here.
Ah,
After about 50 to 60 steps, you eventually step down and there's a splash. But you've also hit solid ground at the bottom.
is Marijan's character down here with me, or is he gone somewhere
He
else?
is now. He's the next one down, I imagine.
Oh, okay.
Am I?
Well, you're about to step on top of him, but yeah, I gave him the first copy going first. But
I shuffle away.
either way, you're both down there. It's complete dark.
So all we know is that it's damp below us.
Can I try and...
You're stepping something down.
try and
All
find out
five
what-
of you eventually make it down then.
Can I try and find out what the smell is?
It smells oddly like apples.
Oh, we're in a cider farm.
What's cider?
A what?
Don't
what?
know.
In fairness, though, it's kind of obscure here. They don't really smell like apples, but they're what apples taste like to you, is what they smell like.
Oh, so cardboard.
Wax. Much more than
Yeah.
wax, but yes. Just that. But yeah, basically, there's a strong smell of apples in the air. In quotation marks, obviously. So,
Indeed.
I bumble around, using my hands to try and find.
okay. There's lots of metal plates along the wall that you're feeling. They're quite damp and clingy, but yeah, you still can't see anything, or you know.
Hmm. Hmm.
Everyone pick a number between 1 and 20.
19.
1.
2.
Recoup.
6.
Okay. At this point, you hear a shifting above you. And, sorry, I'm just trying to find the right character sheet here. And SHIV-R lands on top of BIGGLESW-R. There's a loud splash.
Okay.
You're awake in the
hello,
dark
team.
and you hear various sounds
I
around you.
assume. Oh wait, I don't even know that there, do I?
Well, you kind of know you're relying on somebody, but yeah.
I was poking him. Who's this?
Biggles!
I'll roll off of him.
Who's
Get
this?
up. It's SHIV-R, the bastard you left behind.
Did you register meet in power? Sorry, Dylan. I can't remember.
No, I didn't. I didn't register.
Oh, that's right. I haven't given you a new one yet. That's all.
Yeah.
That's right. Bear with. Okay. So carry on.
Dude, is this the rest of the team? Hello, people.
They're here.
Can you give me a rundown, maybe, on what's been happening since the auto-hack incidents?
There was some cannibals, some lasers, and
Smoke.
some dampness. That's about it, really.
It's not just dampness. Like, what? Like, we're splashing about. Like, how deep is this stuff splashing about?
Not very deep. Maybe 3 or 4 inches.
Has anyone got a light source down here?
Not
You
as
hear
far-
a load of splashing, which eventually descends down into the distance.
We got our PDCs.
Very low illumination, yes.
Yeah.
But the splashing has walked off and gone away. I'm not safe there with.
Is that you guys walking away?
I
Where the fuck is
moved.
splashing.
What? What? The splashing?
Yeah, I said twice. You heard some splashing, which started seemingly close to you and has walked off.
I was talking to them.
Following the
I'm
splashing.
I'm following the splashing as well.
I'm following the guy who was just splashing near me, as in Dylan's character.
So you're following all the splashes.
Yes.
Okay.
We're conga lining.
The splashing inevitably stops.
I stop as well.
Have to wait for Dylan to stop.
I'll stop when I feel someone in front of me.
Taking some time.
Sorry, I've got to just a minute give something here.
Probably not for no reason there.
You now hear a very frenetic clank, 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 heading slowly up.
Oh,
I follow. Follow.
You
to
then
the
hear
south.
some more splashing from in front of you.
I'm scared. I start singing.
I move away.
What do you sing? Hold on, this is very important. I need to know exactly what you sing and how you're singing it.
D3 is good for us. D3 good for us. Keeps the cannibals away.
At this point, you hear another large splash, and something pulls you down.
Pulls me down.
Yes.
yes.
Oh god!
Everybody else hears a large splashing followed by flailing, and I'm just going to have to make a roll here.
I'm screaming.
Yeah, you feel something has got a vice grip on your leg.
Oh god, I'm screaming louder.
What?
So there was a clank, clank, clank of a ladder in front of us.
Oh, I love this.
I'm running for the
this-
ladder.
I love this
You
version of the
you
P3.
can't see the ladder.
Well,
You're having to guess where it is.
I bumble
okay, well I'm going to head
towards
for where
I
I'm
hit
guessing
that
the
guy.
ladder is.
Yeah, I'm heading towards the ladder as well.
Wait,
Whatever
no.
it was.
Where
I'll
the
head
fuck is
towards. I'll head towards the flailing.
Ow! I kick at whoever's got it. Hold on.
I've never heard someone so
make a
happy to be
violence.
grabbed by something in the dark.
Make a violence roll.
Why me?
Snoopy?
Yeah?
Violence roll.
Oh, violence roll, sorry. Yeah, 20, yeah.
D20 and trying to get under your violence score. Unless you have, what is it? Hand, I think.
Unarmed.
Unarmed, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unarmed.
Oh, no, I didn't. I wish I did.
Or marital arts.
Oh, 4!
Okay. You manage to kick whatever it is, and it lets go of your leg for a brief moment.
Try and climb away. I'm scared.
Okay.
B3, protect me.
Let's see, what would be the thing here? I'm going to call this a... Can you really make a stealth check to try and find the hidden ladder?
I'll do it.
Just determine
I'll do
how
it.
successful you are.
The stealth check.
And let me know how many you succeed by.
How many? I got exact.
So still only 0.
I failed by many degrees.
You
I
failed
got
by
it.
many.
I
I
failed
suc-
by 9 degrees.
I succeeded by 8.
What? Jeez.
If you roll a 1, you are allowed to say you rolled a 1.
No.
You didn't actually, but... sorry, what did you manage, Snoopy?
Let's see, I'm gonna work this out. 16. Roughly 9.
Roughly 9. Okay. Well, Toys-R, you immediately find the ladder and begin scurrying.
Yes.
Why are you
And-
shouting yes?
Oh, because he's hitting up the ladder. SHIV-R
Yeah.
finds the ladder and is now basically, haha, found the ladder. At this point, I now need to make a decision here. Let's have an agility roll from both Zelly and Snoopy. And whoever fails by the most...
I succeeded by 6. I got a 2.
A violence roll!
Violence roll,
Oh.
basically, yeah.
I rolled a 4 again!
I got a
You
2.
both succeeded, so it doesn't catch you at this point.
Woo!
Another stealth roll from you both. SHIV-R now begins scurrying up the ladder.
I succeeded by 2.
I succeeded by 1.
Get out of here.
I got a 9.
Okay. So, who succeeded by 2?
Snoopy.
Snoopy, you managed to get up the ladder. Unfortunately for Biggles,
God damn it! Why do I help
something
people?
else is trying to eat you now because it's now gripped onto your leg with vice grip and it's strong, whatever it is, and it seems like it's pulling you down.
I'm gonna offer my hands.
I want to grab his hand.
Okay. You both fall back down into its
Yeah.
clutches. Have you not learned about this about paranoia yet?
Wait! I take out my cookie and I drop her into the pond.
Oh god.
Oh
Oh
god.
god. Why?
You've dropped the cookie into the pond.
Into the water dampness.
At
Yes.
this point, you hear a muffled. It lets go of your leg, and you hear frenetic splashing going down the corridor away from you. That whatever it was that gripped you was big, and it's fleeing in absolute terror.
Take me to the ladder.
You hear a squelch,
Oh my god! Why?
I can't ladder
followed by
faster.
a second squelch.
Where's the ladder?
I'm running up. I'm getting up the ladder. I remember where it is. It's near
I'm
me.
still holding his arm.
Why? Get on fire!
Because this is Paranoia 101.
I have not let go of his arm.
I'm kicking. I'm gonna kick.
Oh,
him.
I just need to fight with the ladders. You can go
You
first.
both have 2 actions.
I'm gonna go up the ladder.
I'm gonna follow him up the ladder.
Hold on. But you're gripping onto him, so he can't actually get to the ladder unless.
I
you
will release his hand.
Oh, you're being uncommonly generous.
I know. I'm a great guy, aren't I?
Fair enough. So your first action is to let him go. Snoopy's
Yes.
first action is to try and find the ladder. I need a stealth roll. You succeed.
Oh no, I found my one.
You can't find the thing.
I want to find the ladder.
You hear an almighty. There's almost a splash and tidal wave as something erupts from the water. Even though you don't have any light, you can see something chocolate chipped, giant, and with many, many tentacles and claws and teeth and eyes of glowing red staring at you.
Nan?
It might be Nan. You got one action left before it eats you.
I want to find the ladder.
Well, succeed the stealth roll by a lot. You may. Do I hit perversity being spent at this point? And note only one of you is now going to make it to that ladder.
Do I roll?
We know where it
Nope,
is.
I'm just gonna say this now. One of you is going to get eaten by the thing now.
Done the first before rolling, right?
I failed.
Whoever succeed. Oh, you just automatically do that. Okay. Snoopy, you don't have to spend any adversity. He says he's failed. You win.
I think I-
Yeah. So I get up.
Yeah, you don't even have to roll. Go up. You're up. You're safe.
Okay, I go
What?
up.
Because I said I failed?
You said you failed. I was about to open perversity spending and go through the bidding process, but you denied me that. So therefore, you said you failed. Who am I to deny you? You failed.
Yeah.
I
I tried to help you. Never again.
tried to help. I'm going to go under the water and I'm going to
Okay.
grab...
It's
It's like-
Zelly, one thing about Paranoia. You don't help people. What the hell? That's what got you in this mess.
I'm trying a new strategy. It's going to be great.
In the meantime,
Wait.
eaten for the second time in as many clones.
Oh.
But you now have the experience of being digested, consumed, and dissolved by cookie acid.
My character is really into porn right now.
You could say that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Would you like to register your new mutant power?
Yes!
Okay.
I am... What? I am cheating death right now, maybe.
I don't think you're cheating death, you're just
You're
What's
grabbing,
that?
opening arms to it.
You can make yourself magnetic!
Sweet.
And I'll let you know when your clone reappears. Okay. I pre-assigned all the roles, and I think I've got the best one for you at the moment, given everything.
Ah,
Anyway, Marijin, you eventually find a hatch upstairs. There's been lots of terrible noises from down below, but you managed to phase that out of your mind.
Indeed.
And you flip open the hatch. There is not a lot of light, in all fairness, but at least it's normal sector light as opposed to the absence of it. You arrive in what appears to be a lot of factories and warehouses and a lot of sort of industrial areas of Alpha Complex. Probably a PLC gridded area. However, there is absolutely nobody. The entire sector is silent. There are no noises, none of the lights are working. There is nothing. This peace and tranquility is broken moments later when when TOYS-R appears.
What's going on here? And by the way, I am from
Followed by
guys,
SHIV-R.
mate.
And finally, eventually, by NATU-R,
I look like
who has a horrified look on his face.
What happened?
Yeah.
I'm brokenly singing B3 songs. B3. Good.
There's a mighty roar from the hatchway.
I closed the hatch.
Right, so that was almost invigorating.
You notice, based on where your location, this is the other side of a checkpoint. So this is basically the other side of a tunnel. There's a similar checkpoint here, but it's also unmanned.
I told you the tunnel would be a good idea.
I'm saunter off looking for a sign that indicates the Ready Like Fun Bar production facility.
Well, there's nothing in the way, but there's nobody to tell you, and the signposts are not brilliant in this sector, it has to be said.
Which thing that's big
Never
enough?
are.
Yeah.
But let's see if you can find. Let's see if you can find it. Nope, you don't know where it is.
I'll look for a terminal.
You eventually find a terminal. It appears to be shut off.
Is there a button to turn it on?
Not really. I mean, normally they're already on, and you just press the touchscreen. But apparently that's not on.
I touch it anyway, just in case.
Did you just break
By the
Oh,
magic of touch, nothing happens.
very complex equipment?
I know a bit about these terminals. What you've got to do is lick the screen a few times.
You may be right, you know.
Yeah. Just lick the screen a few times.
I
You've touched
go.
it, so no one else can do it now. You've got to do it.
I go to him. Why don't you lick the screen?
Because you've touched it now.
Yes, and
You must
they-
lick it.
Those are what your James.
Yeah, gods.
You hear a lot of loud thumping and almost like the creaking of pipes. And then at some point, out of one of the side panels, you hear a thump. The panel
Ew.
then falls open, and out of it comes
Very stripy.
a very stripy BIGGLESW-R-OTH. Complete with yellow bands and stripes and whatever.
Woo!
Mutant
Irish.
scum.
Twisted mutant scum.
Hey.
I look at him with disgust.
I look at him with disgust.
Meanwhile, still silent.
Right, let's get to what's hold on. Ready like thunder. Wait, let's go, Caps.
Again, pointing out that I buggered off trying to find it already.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
unfortunately
I
there's nowhere to really to walk off to, and it's all grid patterns, so they were able to find you easily enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him.
I
We're
follow
all
him.
following together.
Eventually,
Woo!
the group of you notice a scrub bot.
Woo!
Does it have any sort of weird tendency to yell, "Daddy"?
No, this one seems to be dragging a few paint cans along with it. It spots you and then runs off.
What colour was the paint?
Well, they're paint cans. You don't know. It doesn't seem to be trailing any paint at this point.
I follow the scrub bot.
Okay, you're chasing after a scrub bot.
Is he chasing after a
He's
scrub
cool.
bot?
Never sounds like a wise idea.
Rip.
Okay, so you're chasing the scrub bot.
At a
You-
brisk pace.
At a brisk pace, well, it wouldn't be much of a chase if you were just sauntering.
It's a brisk chase.
Well, that's your brisk chase. The scrub bot gets away.
Oof.
However,
Please don't
however,
leave me.
However, at the point you seem to lose it, you do notice another few bots, and they seem to be piling up box crates into the back of a truck. Or rather, they would, but apparently what seems to be happening is they're throwing it at the back of a truck and it's bouncing out and landing and spilling all over the place. You notice that these are ready like fun bars that are spilling out onto the floor continually as they keep throwing more supplies into these trucks which aren't moving.
I'm gonna pick it
Can,
up.
can I look at the truck label? If
It's
there's
a ready like fun bar truck.
Ooh.
I'm going
Ooh.
to take a taste.
Snoopy's, you're not even here.
Oh, right.
He
Yeah.
ran off by himself against the scrub bot. Everybody else thought that was a bad idea.
Is there like any hatches to go into the main building where the bot's coming from?
No, there are. I mean, it's basically the back of the factory. They're actually the entire back of it's open. There are side doors as well.
I go.
The bots don't appear to be paying you any mind, and they're just basically taking crates off the conveyor belts, throwing them into the back of the truck, which, as I say, isn't working because it's already overfilled, and flowing and just spilling really like fun bars everywhere.
Avoiding the bots and the ready light fun bars, I try to get into the factory.
Most of the bots appear to be mostly ignoring you. They're just transporting small bits on. They seem to be almost human-like, really, these ones. They're a bit unusual. They're basically placement worker bots. But they just ignore you and continue doing what they're doing, if only because they're sort of fixed in place, really. Unable to move, just stuck to the factory. You notice a single light on in one of the upper floors.
I tried to start looking for Office 33A.
Okay, you begin looking at doors. In the meantime, everybody else is now caught up and has found the same factory.
So we've got
We're going
funny
to take
like
a bar.
bars, fun
Which
bars
are
everywhere.
spilling out everywhere at this point.
I want to take a taste of one of the bars.
It's a ready like fun bar, alright. It's about the size of half a ready meal and can be eaten on the go.
Yeah, just take a picture of him like eating stuff he's not paid for.
It tastes like a fun bar.
No,
Hmm.
it tastes like a ready meal, but it's
Tastes-
portable. And it's only half the size.
Tastes like a ready meal fun bar.
Yes, it does.
So there's nothing wrong with this food. Let's go inside.
Except for the fact it's more and more of it is spilling out onto the street.
Well, obviously, other than that, we can put those in.
Oh man, we're gonna get to run our own bakery.
Well,
Come on,
you
do
can
it.
see the very very articulate process, though you can't see what it's made from. But you see sort of the end of it, where it comes out of the trays and gets wrapped, put into the boxes, and then the boxes are thrown onto the truck. Which, as I said, isn't really working when the trucks aren't moving or being replaced.
I would like to check the driver's seat of the truck.
There is surprisingly nobody in it.
Surprising that.
You do see a low row of them, which sort of a convoy, but only the one that's actually at the front of the factory is the one that's stuff is being chucked into, because it's the only one they can actually move to get to. You'd imagine in the natural course of things, they'd just be driving it off, putting the next one in line, filling that up, and driving it off. But yeah,
Do you want to try
We'll see.
driving that off? Like just a little bit further forward, then we're moving that one in.
you could try and break into the vehicle and do that if you wanted.
Well, I was asking if if people wanted to do it.
No.
We wanted to do what?
Steal Alpha Complex property? No.
No, definitely don't want to do that.
Just checking your loyalty.
Don't
You're not-
believe you.
I don't believe you're qualified to assert in our loyalty.
It's not his job anyway. He wasn't assigned the duty.
That's what I'm saying.
Not even given duties yet.
Why is he trying to assert in our loyalty?
Because I have to root out all traitors. Every citizen's duty to do so.
Calling me a traitor.
Toys-R-Us.
Yes.
You eventually find the office with the light on is 33A, production office. You notice a rather unkempt and untidy-looking blue clearance citizen. Has greasy hair, almost, has bloodshot eyes, is looking panically at everything, and is rummaging through drawers.
Are we with him or not?
The blue clearance uniform he's got on doesn't appear to be fitting particularly well, in all honesty. He does have a name badge on it, which is pinned the wrong way round, almost as if he's got a suit inside out, so I've pinned it on in a hurry.
Which is silence.
Sorry? What? Sorry, what? What is
You
that?
went silent. The call cut out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just you, I think.
How far did I get?
I heard all of it.
Yeah, I heard all
I
of
heard
it.
all of it.
Yeah, you're sort of halfway through a word and then it just stopped. So
Well, anyway, blue
Well, I
clearance
fear none of
citizen,
us are
rather
there,
unkempt
apart from
appearance, greasy
that
hair,
anyway.
bloodshot eyes. Yeah. And he looks startled when you arrive there. You're not one of the staff, are you? Are you here on
No.
a mission?
yes.
He's the only one of you who's currently here. But
Yes, sir?
Excellent. Excellent. Yes. Seat. Yes, take seat. Now. Is it just you?
I did have a team with me, but they decided to do something else completely, I assume. I followed friend computer's orders and got here as soon as possible.
Oh, computer. Yes. Well, I don't need to bring this up with him. No need to bring it up with him. Well, I'm sure he'll punish him in due course, so shouldn't worry.